What's up, resellers? I'm Rebecca, and you are watching Rebecca the Reseller. Thanks for joining me today. So I have a haul video for you. That's right. I never do haul videos. So I used to want to be the girl that did haul videos, right? Because they're so successful on YouTube for resellers. But none of my haul videos ever seemed good enough. Like every time I put together items that either I had just pulled out of the bag from going to the bins before, or shopping at Goodwill Retail, or ordered from some such whatever, I always felt like it wasn't good enough. Like I wasn't finding the best stuff. Why would anybody want to watch this haul? Then I got over that and I started doing hauls, but they didn't really get that many views. And honestly, I needed to like churn through my inventory, get it to my photographer when I had one, get the listings ready for my VA when I had one. Like I was trying to rush through all of these things that sometimes doing a haul video, because I could only record at certain times, really like gummed up the works. And so I just wasn't able to really find a good process. Now things are even more different because I'm primarily only sending my thrifted items to ThredUp, and I'm selling my boutique items on Poshmark and Mercari because I'm homeschooling Geo during this pandemic. And so my reselling business is kind of changing a little bit. Doesn't mean I'm not on Poshmark, I still very much am. Doesn't mean I'm not on Mercari, I still very much am. And I am still on ThredUp. I've just kind of shifted around the way things are going so that I can make the best use of my time temporarily. But what I thought was that there's a lot of people doing ThredUp now, and they may be curious what you send into ThredUp. So I have done in the past ThredUp, what am I sending in? This time I'm not doing that because I'm not actually packing this up immediately, but I did a haul from a clearance sale from a buy-sell store locally here in Orlando. There is a franchise, and they're nationwide, that is called Style Encore, and it's women's clothing, and it's connected to like Plato's Closet and Once Upon a Child. So the Style Encore is more like the women's, and then the Plato's like the young cutesy girls. And so I have a 90% off clearance sale haul. Now, because I'm staying home with Geo, I wasn't able to go to the 90% off. My sister went. So shout out to my sister who was able to go, and she bought a whole bunch of stuff for herself. And then I said, get stuff for me. So she just kind of set aside some stuff that she was gracious enough to share with me, and I paid her the money. So I have some that she picked out for me specifically for ThredUp. And then when I went to go sell some items the other day, they actually had some clearance items left, which never happens, like never, but it's because the pandemic, people aren't going out. So there were actually some items that were even more than 90% off, because what they were doing was it's 90% off, but if their price is $10 or more, then it's just $1. So if they were selling something for $15, normally it would be $1.50 at 90% off. Now it's just $1, so it's even more than 90% off. So I got a bunch of stuff. I don't know what the total average of it was because I didn't kind of count everything out. These are specifically going to ThredUp. These are items that were purchased for ThredUp's purposes. So they're brands that I have found have done and sold well for me on ThredUp. That doesn't mean that they're going to sell well for you. That doesn't mean that in 2 weeks from now they're going to sell well. It's just what I feel like right now has been going okay for me. So they're mostly bread and butter brands. They're nothing too crazy, but I thought it would just be, since I haven't done a haul in a while, and because it's a unique thing, like it was from Style Encore, it was 90% off, and it's for ThredUp, I thought this would be a good change of pace. So, oh, I forgot to take the tag off of this. So like this is a Worthington skirt. They had it for $7. So I paid 70 cents for this. And Worthington, but it's new with tags, and it's a $36 retail value, which is usually against my ThredUp rules. Like most of the time I'm sending ThredUp things that are $60 or more, but I have seen Worthington, sell. And so I thought, because it was only 70 cents, I'm going to make at least 70 cents on it. It's worth sending in, and it's new with tags. So it's just a regular career skirt, nothing too crazy. So I'm gonna, again, just kind of, as I usually do, give you all of my thoughts on this. Abercrombie and Fitch, this is a size large, just kind of like a boho dress. And I'm gonna take these clearance tags off as we go. That way when I do my box later, I don't have to do it. This is, so I've sold a couple of Abercrombie and Fitch. This is Blue and Gray. This is just kind of like a lounge dress, just like a shift dress. And I thought perhaps if they don't take it, maybe I would keep it for myself. So that's a size large, just a gray, blue and gray long sleeve dress. This is Style & Company, but it is brand new with the tag. And I find that on ThredUp, things that are brand new with the tags maybe are more often pulled for goodie boxes, or just sell a little bit better because people are searching by that. And so this is just a black peasant top, and it's brand new with the tag. Style & Co. is a Macy's house brand, and I find that people still buy it. Like, you're not going to make a ton of money off of it, but people will still buy it. And so I've even sold it. I've bought liquidation with it in there. I've sold it on Poshmark, you know, all kinds of stuff. This is just Ava and Viv, and normally this is not a brand that I would pick up, but I had something left over in the things that I sent to ThredUp, and it sold really quickly. 18W, just a pair of kind of thick winter pants, career pants. So I don't know how that's gonna go, because who's wearing pants these days? We're all on Zoom, not wearing pants. I mean, I am wearing pants right now, but if I were working for a company and I just had to do a phone call, I don't know that I'd be wearing pants right now. This is, what is this? This is $109 new with tags, black dress, Onyx Night, 22W, but it's, look at how cute. So 22W with all the glitter. And you know, the thing right now is I don't know how I feel about more formal outfits or more cocktail type outfits. Like, are people going to anything? But I do think that there's a chance that there may be Christmas parties. I don't know. Maybe there are virtual Christmas parties. Maybe people still get dressed up for their small family affairs. Maybe because they feel like they haven't been out that much. They want to dress up more when they have an opportunity. So I don't know how it's gonna go, but I think this would be great for the holiday time. We'll see how that goes. It is $109 retail value. And again, with ThredUp, everything is kind of based off that retail value, because you can price 20% off of the retail, like the max. So that's how you can set your prices higher and see what you can get for it. And so the higher the retail value, the higher you're going to be ranking up in their payout structure. This is Jules, and it's a size 14 US, but it looks like it says established in the fields of Great Britain. But I just thought, even though we're kind of getting out of spring and summer, it's a really pretty, it's either a midi or maxi, I don't know, but really pretty dress. So I'm giving this a try because they wanted $23 for it. So that's how much Style Encore wanted to sell it for. Normally the 90% off would mean it was $2.30. However, I got it for $1. So I feel like, because lately I've been ordering everything online and not going to the bins and not going out and sourcing, this is the only out and about sourcing that has happened for me in months and months and months. And I didn't really seek it out. It just kind of happened. Because they had stuff left over on the day that I happened to go and sell items. So for me to get something for $1 is really unheard of at this point. I'm paying $3 on average for a lot of the things that I'm buying in bulk. And so it's just really difficult for me to get that price down. So to get things for $1, I was very happy to take that risk. So this item is hysterical. I purchased this item, like this very item I purchased in a liquidation lot from Macy's a long time ago, and some things sold, some things didn't sell, some things sold right away, and some things were left over, and I brought them to Style Encore and they bought them, and I actually made money on them when they purchased them, or at least got my money back. And this was one of those items, this very shirt, like, not kidding. And so now I bought it back at 80 cents, which I think is funny because I probably paid like, I don't remember how much that per item cost. It was like $2.60 or something. So I bought all the items in a Macy's liquidation pallet. My average cost was $2.60. Sold things online. Some things I sold back to Style Encore just to get rid of them. They bought it for me. Usually my average is between $3 and $4. And so that is a little bit of a profit. Now I bought it for 80 cents and hopefully I'll sell it to ThredUp and make even more of a profit. So I like double sold this item for double profit, which I think is hysterical. Again, that was Style & Company. Sorry if I didn't say. This I'm taking a chance on. I don't know this brand, but I just thought it was really pretty with the boho peasant vibe. It's got the split neck and the nice peasant sleeves and just a cute little boho print. And so this is Soulmates Plus, and it's a size 3X. And I have had my plus size items on ThredUp do well. So I am excited to see how that would do. Plus it's nice and light to put in the box. And so right now, because I'm sending in a lot of winter items, I'm getting less items in my boxes that I'm sending to ThredUp because everything is big and bulky and weighs more. So when I can throw in some tops that are lightweight, that increases how many items I can get in that box, which increases how many chances I have of things getting accepted, and more items that can sell to pay off the fees that I incur for getting the box expedited and getting my items returned. Every box I send in costs me $26.99 in fees once things start selling. So I have to sell $26.99 worth just to start getting a payout. It's still worth it. I'm still happy to do it. It's the cost of doing business, but it's something that you have to kind of keep in mind. If you're only sending 10 items in a box because they're so big and bulky, you only have 10 chances to get your money back and get some profit going. This is Land's End size 1X, like a sweater top, a short sleeve sweater. And this was only 80 cents. And Land's End has sold a couple of times for me on ThredUp. So I'm gonna give that a try. This is, I don't know what. Oh, another Abercrombie and Fitch, size extra small, like a pretty navy blue lace dress. So we'll see. Again, it's long sleeves, so that could do well for the winter time. We'll see when all of these hit. That's the thing. Right now, it's only been taking about a month or so for the most part. A month and a week, something like that. This is a new with tags Reba Woman. So it's Reba McIntyre's line, and I have sold a few of her items actually on Poshmark, and they went for pretty good money. I don't even understand this piece. It's like a long sleeve kind of cape thing. I'm not even really sure. But the retail value is $88. So that's interesting. We'll see how that goes. I didn't check any comps or anything when I bought all this. And again, these are the ones I purchased. I should have said that. The ones that I'm doing first are the ones that I bought when I happened to find that they had things left over, because I went to go sell items, which really required me to just go and drop my bin and leave, and then go back and pick up my bin and my money and leave. I'm trying not to be anywhere. But because they had things left over, I did spend a little time in the store, quickly going through the racks, hand sanitizing like crazy along the way, just to make sure I was being super safe. And so this was this is what I have right here. They were selling for $12, so it would have been $1.20, but because of their dollar sale, it ended up being just $1. And it's Julie Brown NYC. And I didn't look up comps for this, but this kind of stuck out in my head like this might be something. It may not be, I don't know, but because it's $1, I'm worth giving it a try. It's also a true wrap dress, which people really do love. And so if for some reason this doesn't sell on ThredUp, this is one of those items that I could probably put on Poshmark, because people always, when you have a wrap dress, they always ask, is it a true wrap dress? So if you have some sort of wrap dress, whether it's faux or true, you should write down what it is. But I just thought, like, this is cute. Pink and red, kind of zebra type, you know, that's really cute. So somebody will want that. I'm going to be surrounded in clothes. This is Arc & Co. size medium. It's a really cute orange peplum, kind of semi-structured type top. And people are needing tops right now because they're all doing their Zoom meetings. And so I thought, you know, let me give it a try. Somebody wants to add a little something new, a little bright color and pizzazz. Can't hurt anybody. This is something I would wear. I am, however, not a size medium any longer. So we'll see how that does. I think these are Lane Bryant. So it ended up, though, after I put them in my box to buy, that they're factory or outlet. And so typically on ThredUp, they do note, like, it's J. Crew factory, it's Loft outlet or whatever. And so Loft and Taylor out, I don't know, which the factory outlet brand part, where usually they have the dots or whatever, those don't do as well. They don't price them as well. They differentiate. Whereas a lot of times on Poshmark, people just list it as the regular brand. I'm guilty of it. And so it just is what it is. But so these are Lane Bryant pants, just gray pants. So everything that I put up of Lane Bryant so far has sold. Whether it got pulled for goodie boxes or not, I don't know, but so I was very happy with finding some Lane Bryant, and those they were selling for 14, so it would have been $1.40, but I only paid $1, so that's good. And something like this at the bins would probably be $1 or more because of, you know, our bins is $1.39, so to get it for $1 actually might have been cheaper than even finding it at the bins. So those were all the things that I bought. These are the things my sister picked out for me. So again, shout out to my sister. And she did really good with the new with tag stuff. And again, she went there. She was the first person in line. There wasn't a big line. There were way less people than normal at this one. This is an Ann Taylor, brand new with tags, sequin skirt. Look how pretty that is. So again, don't know what's going to happen with the holiday season this year. Maybe by the new year, I don't know what's going to happen, but we shall see. This, we'll see how this does. This may end up kind of getting sold back to a style Encore perhaps. It's a Ralph Lauren size 2, really pretty dress. And I have not had luck on ThredUp with Ralph Lauren. And that I think is because it does have a high retail value, but it's often on sale and it's often discounted in places. And so perhaps people know that 20% off of Ralph Lauren is not really that good of a deal. So maybe that's why. I mean, I am starting to work through dropping my prices, and stay tuned because I'm putting up my ThredUp spreadsheet video. I'm putting up my ThredUp reclaims video. So I'm not sure in what order all these are coming, but if they're not up by the time you're seeing this, be on the lookout for them because they're coming. I've recorded them and everything is happening. So I'll be sharing a lot more of the process and strategy behind ThredUp that I'm doing. Ann Taylor blazer, brand new with the tag, size 8, retail value of $179. So that's very good. This is an ASOS new with the tags dress. It's like piled in. I don't want to rip off these tags. So ASOS, I would have liked to have rather sold on Poshmark. It's a US size 12, brand new with the tags, kind of like a mustard yellow color dress. ASOS, some items are not going for that much, and therefore on ThredUp you're not going to get much for it, but you know, for $1, $1.20 or whatever this costs, you're still going to make a profit. It's just not going to be as much. That I would have more rather put ASOS on Poshmark, but I'm not selling these things on Poshmark right now. Maybe later, if it doesn't sell, maybe it will go on there. Calvin Klein, size 6, navy blue formal pantsuit. If someone has somewhere to go, wedding or something. I mean, people are still planning their weddings, so don't know what that's all going to look like. J. Jill is one of the brands that consistently does well for me on ThredUp. So this is just a lightweight blazer, jacket, spring jacket. Michael Kors is another brand that consistently does well for me on ThredUp. So this is a plus size Michael Kors navy blue pants. The Miranda, these are $78 retail value. So those should hopefully do well. I will say in general, pants have not done that well for me. I think pants are just, I've just never been a great seller of pants. So I may rule out all pants altogether at some point, but Michael Kors, again, new with tags, $99.50, size 4, kind of like brown utility pants with all the zippers, gold exposed zippers. I think this is Banana Republic, which is another Banana Republic size 8, long sleeve, blue, I guess that's floral, speckled spotted dress. And Banana Republic has been a very good, consistent seller for me on ThredUp. It's just so funny what brands do well and what don't. It's the thing, you need to learn the nuances of each platform, each thing. This is a BCBG Max Azria, and as you know, this is one of those where it has a really high retail value, but not always a good resale value. But on ThredUp, I have found because of the high retail value, it has done well. I sold a pair of shorts for $60, which never happened on Poshmark. They were listed on Poshmark for forever. So this is a size large. It's a retail value of $198. It does have the markdown stickers, which do need to come off because ThredUp may use that. So you don't want that. But kind of like a, what do you call it? Cami or chemise, like a lingerie top, but it's a romper. So that is cute. So that may not sell right away. That may not go in the first you know, time or two. We'll have to see how everything hits, unless somebody wants it for a vacation. Chico, size 0, brand new with the tags. This is like a velvet peasant dress, floral. It's really pretty. Nice and soft, like so soft. So soft. I saw this Tommy Bahama dress when I went the last time to sell things. So I've gone twice recently to sell things. I've only recently ventured out. This is brand new territory for me. I haven't been out for months and months and months, and like only this past month have I ventured out a little bit. And I saw this on their clearance when it was like 70% off, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna buy it, no way. So my sister got it when it was on 90% off. So it's a Tommy Bahama, size small, linen dress, linen or cotton, I don't know, maybe cotton, dress, but it's just so pretty. And the thing about Tommy Bahama is that it has a high retail value. So I think this might be the perfect dress for ThredUp. We'll see. I mean, I don't know. I haven't sold any Tommy Bahama on ThredUp, but again, I'm just kind of keeping in mind like those high retail value brands that people know and love. And Tommy Bahama, I think, is one of them. I've sold a lot of Tommy Bahama, and not like the men's casual shirt, like women's stuff. Ann Taylor, size 10, because the casual shirts I am over. Ann Taylor, size 10, new with the tags, retail value of $89, like a goldenrod pencil skirt. It's very pretty. Let me see, that might, nope, maybe one or two more, because then the rest is like random things that I'm sending in my next box. BB Dakota, brand new with the tag. I debated on this, if I want, she bought a bunch of stuff and was like, just take what you want, and I was gonna leave this, but there's some things I left behind. So it's lace on the top, has the bell sleeve, just kind of like a shift dress, and it's pretty. I just don't know how I feel about BB Dakota in general, so I took it, but I don't know how that's gonna do. This, I think that might, nope. This, no, there's some more. Blue and gray, size small, new with the tag. Now this, I don't know, like the other one I got because it was $1 and I thought I might keep it if it doesn't sell. This, I'm not a size small. I don't know how much this could possibly go for. I don't know exactly what blue and gray prices are retail value, but I know that they would probably be less than Loft. So I don't know how that's gonna go. We'll see. That might not be a great pickup for ThredUp. This one also I'm gonna try out, but I'm not, it's just a basic tank top from Lane Bryant, and so I don't know how much I could possibly get for this, but it's nice, you know, it's fine. If it doesn't sell, I can sell it back to Style Encore. I could give it back to my sister. She could sell it on Poshmark. So this is the last one, and I'll tell you the other two things I'm going to send in with this box, but they weren't part of this haul specifically. This is another Banana Republic, size medium, really pretty floral, like, because they're nice and bright cut. Like, this is a cute floral. I don't know that I would wear it still. I'm not a big floral-y person. You see me, like, I think the only floral top I have is that black and white rose one, because it's still plain, like, it's floral, but it's plain. I'm a mess. Look at me. I only wear black. So I don't even know. But this is a pretty floral sleeveless dress. And again, Banana Republic is or has been thus far a consistent good seller for me on ThredUp. I have 3 more items that I just kind of threw in this bin to go in, hopefully this box. Hopefully this will all go in one box to ThredUp. So I'll just show you. These I got on swap.com. I've already sent in 2. I've already sold 1. And they sent these 2 back. So I don't know if they just didn't want all 4 of them at one time or what, or I don't think anything's wrong with them. So this is a Free People, brand new with the tag. Like, what the heck? Size medium, whatever this is. Tunic top, long sleeve, you know, kind of tunic top, shirt dress. I don't know. I mean, I guess it would be a short dress. Free People, brand new with the tag, got it on swap.com. I forget how much I paid. I did pay up for things on swap.com, but I don't think this was as high as some of the other ones. I don't remember the cost of goods on this. And so I have 2 of them. And so like I said, 2 of them they took, 1 already sold for like $40. So that's definitely a profit because I don't think I paid more than $10 for it, if that. So that was like a 3 times my money. So that was great. The 1 already sold. The other one's still up as far as I know. And then these 2 I'm going to send in. So hopefully they all sell. That'll be great. That would probably pay for that whole swap order. I don't remember what else I ordered on that. And then this is just a Chico's, and this came in one of my like bulk pre-owned item purchases, and it came back in the last one, and I don't see anything wrong with it, so I'm going to send it back in and see what happens. So, and then I have a pile of tags everywhere. So that's everything that was mostly Style Encore 90% off plus sale, all going to ThredUp based on prior ThredUp sales history. So I hope that was helpful for you. It was nice to do a haul. I haven't done a haul in a while. So hopefully I can do some more. Let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see some hauls from me that are things that I've purchased specifically for ThredUp perhaps, or let me know what you think. But give me a thumbs up down below so that YouTube can tell other people about my channel. And subscribe if you haven't already so we can hang out again. If you have subscribed, thanks so much for coming back. I do appreciate it. I haven't said it in a while, but I do. My numbers of subscribers have like slowly trickled up. You know, every day I get more and more. I think it would be cool if I could hit 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I don't know if that will happen. I should definitely hit 4. It'd be nice to hit 5. I think that would be a really cool milestone. At that point, I would be approaching my 2 years. And I've grown a lot smaller or slower than some other channels, and that's okay. I've changed things up. I do what I can, but I just love doing YouTube so much. So thank you guys so much for being there and for watching. And let me know what you think of this video. Like, comment, subscribe, the whole jazz, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay tuned for more ThredUp content too. If you haven't taken the ThredUp course, there's a link down below for the best course ever, Chriselle's How to Be Successful on ThredUp. It's amazing. And I highly recommend it. It's well worth it. You will completely make your money back. So totally check out that link down below. Bye.